Okay, we are back. iOS 26, Beta 3 is here, and we have both devices. Finally, again. The SE2 is actually plugged in with actual reliable charger. So, on here, I didn't update this thing to Beta 2, so right here it's 7.06 gigs, which makes sense, because this is still on Beta 1, believe it or not. This guy's from Beta 2, so this is 6.73 gigs. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do this because this is my personal device. That's the wrong passcode. Damn it. Okay. Attempt number two. There we go. And this one's just. Oh, god. Okay, yeah, the optimized storage feature. That's a good feature in iOS 26. I love that. This one's just 00000, so I don't care. That gets leaked. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, we have it here. I've just been sitting around waiting for this to release. I basically every time I know these betas when they come out because I've been in this industry for what like eight years now. I think I've been beta testing since iOS 10, iOS 11 era. And so, like, I know when these betas come out, so I fully expected it to come out today, or at least sometime this week, you know how it can be. Um, but yeah, so I knew it was coming out today, so I always plan my day around this. So, like, literally just minutes before this, I was doing a workout, so I get out of the way before doing the stream, so I don't have to worry about it later. So yeah, it's always a process doing this. So 22 minutes on here makes sense because this is clearing up some storage. Okay, 17 minutes. Never mind. I guess I cleared up enough storage already. 11 minutes on here. 23 minutes on here. Let me get this cable out of the way. This is a what the oh god. Oh god, it's messing up. I accidentally pulled the cable. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Updating again with a third-party battery. Hope it doesn't crash like the previous two betas. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't crash. But yeah, okay. I gotta be careful. Sorry that this cable is in the way because it's I can't apparently. So this cable is like I guess a knockoff lightning cable. I got it from an iPod Touch I bought from Elite Obsolete like 3 years ago. Let me turn on focus mode so we don't get any notifications. But yeah, I got it from like an iPod Touch from Elite Obsolete like a few years ago, so that's why. I guess it's a knockoff cable he included. But yeah, so sorry that this cable's in the way. It has to be like that for the camera to work. But anyway, so yeah, my phone right now is preparing the updates. That's good. So yeah, this guy's already at 1 minute remaining. This thing updates very fast. This is 6.73 gigs on here, and this was 7 gigs, but this is updating from beta 1. This is updating from beta 2. So, yeah. I have the previous two betas, and beta 2 is a little slower for me. Yeah, for me, beta 2, I believe someone pointed this out in the beta 2 live stream where I don't know if I can show this. Well, yeah, basically look at the icons when I open up an app. They all disappear like when you open up an app. So I hope to God that Beta 3 fixes that because it's a subtle thing, but it's subtle enough to the point where it kind of is a little bit annoying. Like it's weird. So yeah, how are we already dropping 961 frames? This MacBook, this MacBook never ceases to disappoint me. My God. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me change Wi-Fi networks, and we'll be back. Okay, because this MacBook is already messing up here. Let me change Wi-Fi networks, and I'll be back. All right. So hang tight. Hang tight. Keep yourselves entertained. All right, are we back? All right, back. Different Wi-Fi network. This is the better one. All right. Hopefully that should have fixed it. Hopefully we should be good. So far zero dropped frames and we're at full bars. So hopefully that should have fixed it. But yeah. Let me just yeah, over here looking at it on my iPad. Encoding overloaded. I'm going to punch this MacBook. Seriously, what can make it encoding overloaded? So yeah. came in at 3.17 gigs for me. Okay, so I guess that's the update from beta 1, or excuse me, not beta 1, beta 2 to beta 3 on devices without Apple Intelligence, if I had to guess. So, yeah. Um, I waited until a few minutes, I saw it, I'm like, let's go. Yeah, no features for non Apple Intelligence devices, just UI changes. Well, there are a few smaller changes on those devices, like the messages backgrounds, I guess. So, yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and open up Apple's developer website. Just so we could see what's up with that. And also, let me plug in my 16 because it's at 40%, which, 40% might be fine, but I don't want to take any chances, so the cable's underneath here. Okay. Let me go ahead and fix this. There we go. All right. Where's the cable? There it is. Okay. Plug it in. There we go. All right. Yeah, don't want to take any chances with that. All right, came in at 9 gigs for me. Okay, I want to know what OS you're coming from. Are you coming from beta 2, beta 1, or iOS 18? I'm curious. 3.17 gigs on a 14 plus. Okay, yeah. Again, this guy was updating from beta 1, so that's why this one was like 7 gigs. This guy was updating from beta 2, but it's an Apple Intelligence device, so it's 6 gigs. So that's how that is. Official release notes are not out yet. Thank you for letting me know so I don't waste my time going through Apple's website. But I'll still go through it anyway because I like wasting time. Okay, the build number for Beta 3, 23A5287G. What was the build number for Beta 2? Because that seems like a oddly different letter at the end. For those of you who don't know, the letter at the end of the build number is indicating how stable that build is. The closer the letter in the build number is to the letter A, that's how stable it is. That's how, like, the level of stability here. So the fact that it's on G is kind of concerning. Let me see what the build number for beta 2 was. F. So yeah, according to Apple at least, this should be a more unstable beta, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a F at the end of beta 2. So, according to Apple, this is a slightly more unstable beta, apparently, according to their build number at least. But we'll have to see. Maybe some things else will change here. And also, I'll let you guys know here, next week, you can hold me accountable to this, but next week, I'm 99% sure the public beta will be out. And with that, alongside the public beta, we should get a new build of beta 3 for the developer beta. So they do this every year, I believe, every year since iOS 13, I think, if I'm not mistaken, every year since iOS 13, where they release beta 3. And then the week after, they released a new build of Beta 3. Think of it like a Beta 3.5. And then after that is the public beta. So they're like a few days later after the re-release of Beta 3. So that's what I'm betting next week. Next week, we got the public beta alongside a new build of Beta 3. So, yeah. Is iPadOS 26 Beta 3 out? Yes. Yes, it is. All the Beta 3s. Except for tvOS. That's the only Beta 3 that's not out yet. So tvOS 26 Beta 3, that's not out yet. But every other beta, iOS, iPadOS, macOS, visionOS, watchOS, all the Beta 3s are out except for tvOS. So that's interesting. So yeah. Almost at 7 gigs, yo. Yeah, it's a big update. But yeah, again, for Apple Intelligence devices, it's a bigger update, obviously. So yeah, that's why it's slightly bigger. So yeah, confirmed. Only every beta 3 is out except for tvOS. So that's what you need to know there. So yeah, control set. Let's not repeat the last stream. My God, oh God, please. I'm hoping that there's no control center changes, not for any other reason, so that there's nobody saying in the chat to look for control center changes. I'm hoping. I'm kidding. But yeah. Anyway, so this guy's at 5 minutes. This guy's preparing the update. So yeah. 8.62 gigs, beta 2, coming from beta 2 and a 16 Pro Max. Yeah, so confirmed. It's a bigger update on devices with Apple Intelligence. Again, this is a regular 16. It was only 6.7 gigs. So, yeah. Or actually, I think it was 6.7. Yeah, because this was coming from beta 2, or excuse me, not beta 2. This was coming from beta 1. This was 7 gigs. This was 6.7 gigs. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. We have beta 3. You remember me? I think I do. I think I do. Yeah. It's hard to keep track of all you guys, so that's why it's kind of hard to keep track of everyone here. But, I appreciate everyone who joins in on the stream. You guys are great. So, yeah. What's this? Why is the size different for each user? It depends. Oh, auto lock. Let me turn off auto lock so that we don't have that interrupt us. Display and brightness. Set it to never. Okay. Yeah. Alright, there we go. We should be fine now. Alright, but yeah, it's different if you have a device with or without Apple Intelligence. So, according to everyone in the chat, it looks like around 3.5 gigs, kind of around that range, 3.7 on devices without Apple Intelligence. And devices with Apple Intelligence, it's almost 7 gigs. So, that's what you need to know there. Yeah. And then 8.2, 9.2 gigs on 14 Pro with 18.5. That makes sense, because, yeah. iPhone 11, 3 gigs. Yep, makes sense. 5.06 gigs. That's a new one. 1.43 on a 12. Anyone with iPhone 12 received an update? Well, Xavier here in the chats got it. So, yeah. 1.64 gigs on a 16. Interesting. Yeah, yo man, just wanted to say hello to you, Andrew. Installing an iPad Pro M2, forgot to check the size. Let me check on my iPad. I'm not going to update on my iPad because I've had bad luck with iPadOS betas, but let me go ahead and just see what the update is. Coming from 18.5 on the iPad A16, iPad 11th gen. What is the update size here? 8.3 gigs on the iPad A16, coming from 18.5. So that's what that is. This device does not have Apple Intelligence, so that's probably why it's a smaller update. So yeah. Anyway, 1.15 on the 16 Pro Max, 11.5 gigs on a 16 from Beta 2 to Beta 3. That's a big update. 11 gigs on a 15 Pro, 7 gigs on 15 Pro Max Argentina. I don't think country matters for these betas, but yeah, I think, it's interesting there. But yeah, 7 gigs, that should be about the update size there. 9 gigs on 16, only 1.4 gigs on iPad Pro 2020. That's interesting. 74 gigs. I assume you meant 7.4 gigs, because 74 gigs not make any sense there. 10.1 on a 16 Pro Max. This is confusing having mixed update sizes on the updates. Yeah. Let's see. Tahoe beta. Yes, Tahoe beta is out. Every beta is out except for tvOS. tvOS is the only beta that's not out yet, but every other beta, iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, visionOS, they're all out. So 4.6 gigs on 13, 4.5 gigs on 14, 1.45 gigs on 13. Beta 3 is more unstable. Well, according to the build number, Apple says the G in the build number. Basically, again, the closer the build number, the last letter in the build number, so the build number is 23A5287G. The closer that letter at the end is closer to the letter A, that's how stable or unstable this beta is. And the fact that beta 2 was an F and beta 3 is a G, that means that this is technically more unstable. But I think that's common for beta 3s. If I remember, iOS 18 beta 3 was the same. So, yeah. 9.1 gigs on 16 Pro. When do you think Beta 4 is coming out? 2 weeks from today, or just 2 weeks from this week. Yeah, just the week of the 21st is when Beta 4 will come out. So that's my guess there. So yeah, 7.8 gigs on iPhone 12. I love how you guys are sharing your update sizes there. That's great. Do you know what's new in beta 3? That's the fun of these streams. That's why we do these streams, so we can explore in real time. Yeah. But apparently the release notes, the release notes are not out yet, so we'll have to wait and see for that. There you go. Do you think liquid glass will be refined? I think it will be. What letter did beta 1 have? I don't remember. I think it was a Q or something. Let me double check that. If I go to one of these devices, beta, it was an N. That's what beta 1 was. It was an N at the end of it. But the revised beta 1 was a U at the end. So yeah, that's what beta 1 had. So yeah, the revised beta 1 was only for iPhone 15 and iPhone 16 models. So yeah. 8.62 gigs, but I believe, Kyle, you're on iOS 18, so that's why it's smaller, bigger for you, but you're not on an Apple Intelligence device, so yeah. I wish Apple provided more details in the time it would take to prepare the update. Yeah, I hope, they've had this for this is 14 years of the OTA updates, and they still haven't changed that. That's, yeah. When to expect the release notes? Any minute now, Apple. It depends on what Apple, it depends all on Apple here, so yeah. We're literally on the same percentage on the preparing update bar. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, this is a race between you and me. Kidding, but yeah. So yeah, that's that there. But yeah. All right. So let's see what happens. I'm interested. 20% battery required. Okay, so this guy is ready to update, but needs 20% battery. So we'll just keep this guy on standby. But yeah, this guy still preparing the update. So yeah. Okay. Hopefully iPhone 12 can handle beta 3. Beta 2 crashed at least 3 times. So yeah, beta 2 for me has been a bit of a mixed bag. It's interesting. Like, there are some weird issues with beta 3, or beta 2, excuse me, where I think I've shown this, but the app icons, if you look at the app icons when I open settings here, all the app icons just disappear. Like, they're not supposed to do that, and it's a very annoying bug. Like, yeah, it's like something that when you see it, you can't unsee it. And so, yeah, I hope they fix that with beta 3. And there's a few other issues I had. Like, I was trying to pair my Beats Flex to my iPhone one day, and like it would show like the icon in Control Center saying that they're connected, and that's like the audio playback. And anytime I would select it, it said that that's the audio input that I would have, but it would play through my iPhone speakers. So I had to completely restart my iPhone in order for my Beats to actually connect, but they did. So yeah, that was a weird bug, but hopefully they fixed that. So yeah. Beta 2 crashed 3 times on 13, A15, A14 should be able to handle it better, yeah. Public beta, so I said this earlier in the stream, public beta should be next week. And also next week, we should expect a revised version of Beta 3 to come out. They always do that. Like a new build of Beta 3 will come out right before the public beta. So expect that. And I also plan on doing public beta videos, like going through all the updates in the public beta, and I plan on doing my macOS Tahoe installation finally. I plan on doing that when the public beta comes out. So yeah, I've not tested out Tahoe on a native install. I've only done it on the virtual machine. I would run the virtual machine right about now, but given how this MacBook is handling stuff, I would not have my faith in putting this thing, running the VM, the virtual machine, live on stream. But I have the virtual machine on here. It could work, so yeah. Okay, phone is updating. We'll be waiting for years. Yeah. This is taking a bit longer than usual, but it had to do the optimized storage thing. So yeah, that's why. Let me see if I can kind of hide this cable. Okay, we're good. That works. Yeah, this cable's a bit finicky, so yeah, we're good. iPhone 11 is preparing. That's good. My iPhone 12 turned off and it's not turning on. What should I do? It should turn back on. Yeah, the icon from the 16, they're the same Apple ID, so it shows up from our devices. Oh yeah, um, yeah, that's the Apple Intelligence. That's the reduce interruptions focus. So yeah, that's so that if it detects something, if it detects a notification that is actually important, then it will break through. So that's what that is. So anyway, yeah. Do you think Apple has patched the Launchpad revival stuff in Tahoe or no? I hope they do. I hope they do. Like, that's my biggest complaint about macOS Tahoe is that they removed the Launchpad. Like, I hope that they change that before the final release, because if they don't, then I'm not going to update to Tahoe immediately. I plan on just updating afterwards, like a few months later, and sticking with Sequoia until then, which says something because I absolutely shit on Sequoia for the entirety of the year. So yeah, and I still shit on Sequoia because it sucks. Sequoia is the worst version of macOS I've used. So yeah, iPhone 11 2.26 gigs, iPad 10 updating alongside 16 Pro. That's good. Let's see. There was a bug where you call the decline button was pixelated on beta 2. I did not see that. And I had many phone calls where I probably see that, but I haven't seen that. So, why do you think Sequoia is bad? It's because it's been very unstable for me. I assume it's probably due to my MacBook Air, like only 8 gigs of RAM on here, M1 MacBook Air. But yeah, this thing has not been performing great on Sequoia. I've had many bugs on Sequoia. iPhone mirroring is great when it wants to work. Yeah, it's very buggy, very unstable. I just hate macOS Sequoia. But if macOS Tahoe removes the Launchpad and doesn't offer a good replacement, then I might have to stick with Sequoia, which is saying something. So yeah, MacBook Air M2 here. I love Sequoia. I'm glad you love it there, but on my M1, I guess M1 to M2 makes a big difference there. So yeah, Sequoia I think was boring even on good Macs. Why I didn't like the way it operated even on M4. Yeah, Sequoia is my favorite feature in Sequoia is iPhone mirroring, but again, when it wants to work, because a lot of times it doesn't want to work. So yeah. And I also like the background removal on the camera, but other than that, Sequoia has been kind of a mess for me. So yeah. Installing an SE 3rd gen, that's good. Why does writing tool not work across all third-party apps? I don't know. For me, it works on most third-party apps. So yeah, Sequoia was okay, but I'm really loving Tahoe on my M3 MacBook Pro. That's good. Yeah, for me, I plan on upgrading to a new Mac potentially sometime down the road, like sometime imminently, or not imminently, I should say. I cleared up a bunch. Oh, there we go. So this is the first time that this thing is updated before the 16. Okay, that's a first. That's a first. The 16 still preparing the update. This guy is updating first. That's the first time ever that's happened on one of these streams. Yeah. But yeah, I plan on upgrading to probably like M4 or M5 Max sometime in the future, maybe M6. But because as you said right here, I'm gonna get the M6 Pro if the new design is a thing. Yeah, the M6 MacBook Pro. I plan on making a video about that sometime soon. Talking about the M5 MacBook Pro and talking about the more exciting update being the M6 MacBook Pro. So yeah, I plan on talking about that in a future video because it's going to be a very exciting update. So yeah. How big is the update on your 16? It was 6.7 gigs. On here, I was updating from beta 1, so this was like 7 gigs. But even though this is a bigger update, this thing still finished before it. So I assume I had to use the optimized storage feature because my puny 128 gigs was not enough to update here. So yeah. Is the M6 MacBook Pro supposed to come with OLED screen? Yes, it's going to have the same tandem OLED as the iPad Pro, so it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see that. It's going to be a very exciting update. So yeah, 16 gigs on the 16 Pro Max. I assume, are you coming from iOS 18? Because it sounds like if it's that big of an update, then you're probably coming from iOS 18. So yeah, new wallpaper colors in beta 3. What? Okay, hang on. Let me look at X. um, sign in. Oops, something went wrong. My God, Elon, you son of a bitch. Okay, hang on. Let me see. The Mac rumors post about this. Nope, they haven't. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let me. Can I log into? Oops, something went wrong. God damn it. Okay. Okay, come on. I want to see these wallpaper colors. Or maybe we just wait for us to see it in person here. Okay, then. Is now updated. Clock color is black. Okay, come on. God, I feel like I'm having FOMO here. Come on. Just update on the 16. It's updating on the SE. This is the first time ever the SE has beat the 16 in terms of the update. Beta 1, the 16 was first. Beta 2, we didn't even have the SE because I was a idiot and didn't have a working charger. Beta 3, now the SE is updating first. What? How are the turns of tables? How the tables have turned here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, finally, when I bitch and moan about it, it works. Okay, then. Yeah, iPhone model. So this is the SE2. This is the slowest supported iPhone with iOS 26. This is the iPhone 16, which is one of the fastest supported iPhones with iOS 26. So yeah, this is sick. Hopefully battery drain issues will solved as well. Should I update my iPad A16? That's a good question because I also have an iPad A16 and I'm having the same dilemma, but I'd recommend holding off until at least the public beta, and even if you're updating to the public beta, make sure to have a backup on iPadOS 18 before you update, because but if you're already running the beta, then go ahead and update. So yeah. Anyway, looks like the iPhone 16 is lacking a little. Again, this had to clear up some storage, so I assume that's why it took longer. But yeah, I wonder, even if we're doing this update here, I wonder if this guy will still finish faster. Because for some reason, newer Apple devices, for some reason, finish the update very fast. And on here, this is the slowest supported iPhone, so this got a bit of a head start. We'll see if that head start means anything. So yeah. I'm looking at X. The wallpapers look quite cool. Man, I really want to see these wallpapers. In fact, okay, actually, I guess let's keep it as a surprise, you know? Let's keep it as a surprise. Unless Mac Rumors posts about it or something. But yeah. But yeah, because I'm trying to log in to X right here, but if I sign in, it says, oops, something went wrong. Please try again later. Elon, you son of a bitch. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, let's see which one finishes first. This got a head start. Let's see if the head start means anything. Because it's the slowest iPhone supported. And this is one of the fastest iPhones supported. So, yeah. Okay, so how much gigabytes is beta 3? So that's a good question because again, if you look at the chat, people are varying depending on which device they have. Basically the general consensus, I guess, is that around 3 gigs if you're upgrading from beta 2 to beta 3 on a non-Apple Intelligence device, and a device with Apple Intelligence, it's about 7 gigs. So, yeah. Calendar icon bug is still there. That's interesting. Close the tab, clear cookies, and try again. That's a good question. Or that's a good suggestion. Let me do that here. If I go to X, empty caches, refresh, still same issue. Yeah, don't know what to say about that. I don't know. My iPhone says unable to start. Whoa, God. Oh, that's not good. Your iPhone says unable to start with the USB computer logo. That is not good at all, dude. Okay. Oh, this is on the second phase. Okay, this might finish first though. Okay, that's exactly what I predicted. Um, but anyway, yeah, that's not good. You have to. Damn. Don't know how to say this other than you might be cooked. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that in any other way, dude. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry because because that's exactly what happened to me one day. Basically, when I still had my iPhone SE third gen, which I still have it, it's the camera for this stream. But there was one day where I was updating to iOS 17.5, and I didn't have any free space, so I had to plug it in to my iMac to update it. And my iMac's from 2009, so I assume that's one of the issues there. But apparently, I don't know what happened, but like the cable disconnected in the middle of the update, and it gave me an error code, and for the majority of the day, my iPhone was bricked. But I tried to update it again, reinstall iOS, and somehow, miraculously, I got in with my data still there, no issues whatsoever. I got back into my phone the next morning, and it was a very stressful day. So I hope that does not happen to you there, because Spear Place. I hope that doesn't happen to you, but if it does, I'm very sorry for your loss. Yeah. WatchOS for my Series 9 with 1.1 gigs installing now, very bad battery drain. That's something I'm concerned about with WatchOS 26 because every WatchOS version, granted it's only been WatchOS 10 and 11 so far, but anytime I update to a new WatchOS when it first comes out, I always have the worst possible battery drain like ever. It's terrible. Like with my Apple Watch SE 2, it's bad. Battery drain sucks on that. Anytime I update to a new WatchOS, so I'm very concerned about that with WatchOS 26 when that comes out. I might even avoid WatchOS 26 for the first few weeks because of how bad the battery drain will be. Because none of the other features really matter to me in WatchOS 26. Workout Buddy seems gimmicky, so and the wrist flick gesture does not work on my SE, so yeah. iPadOS 26 on iPad Pro 2018 is fine. It's good. 9.72 gig install on 15 Pro Max from Beta 2 to Beta 3. Is the iPhone plugged into computer? If yes, unplug, hold the power button until you see the Apple logo. It happened to my 13 last year. Yeah, do that there. Yeah, I got the update. You can now finally set non-glassy clock colors. Okay, dude, I want to see this. I want to see this. I'm feeling like I have FOMO. Tahoe not popping up on my M2 Air. Oh, that's well, did you select the beta? Yeah, well, actually, no, macOS updates take a while to pop up. I've noticed that. Let me check on my MacBook. I'm not going to update on my MacBook. Actually, no, I guess I can't check it because it's, the stream is encoded overloaded. Or, I guess maybe I can check it. Let's see, Tahoe 26. If I check that. This is from Sequoia 15.5, by the way, so let's see if it shows up. Tim Cook's personal phone number added to my contacts list on Beta 3. Yeah. Will the update show up on here or no? Please don't start the update automatically, please. I want to have a stable experience, please. Oh, okay, this guy finished updating. That's exactly what I predicted there. Okay, first off, let me check the Tahoe. For some reason, Tahoe's not showing up then. Okay, then. Okay, yeah, let me change back to off so I don't install that automatically. And here we are. We're back. All right, let's see if your wallpaper color dreams are true. Okay, so first of all, I want to see if they fixed my biggest complaint with Beta 2, which is the app icons. Yes, they did. Okay, already we're off to a good start. All right, so build number. Yep, 23A5287G. And let's see your wallpaper dreams. Let's see if those are accurate. So Come on. There we go. Yep, I could see some. So, the sky, halo, okay. Dusk, and then I assume shadow. Okay, these look pretty cool. I like halo, dusk. That looks pretty cool. I like that there. And they changed, let's see the light mode version. Shadow, sky, halo, and dusk. That's pretty cool. That looks pretty cool there. So yeah. Which iPhone do you have? This is a 16. This is a 16, this is the SE2. So yeah. These wallpapers, they look good. They look good. Alright, so let's do Halo. I like Halo. Alright, Halo, that looks good. Let's see what dramatically turned down liquid glass. Oh yeah! The notifications, they changed it. Look at that. Look at that. The notifications. Let me change the old wallpaper because that's what I'm used to seeing. Um, the notifications got more blurry. So let me change it to that. And yeah, it looks a little bit more frosty. Yeah. That looks good. Okay. But yeah, apparently Mark Gurman says Apple turned down liquid glass. Okay, Control Center. Um, that looks more or less the same to me. That looks more. Actually, now it looks a little bit lighter. It looks slightly different. I might have to see it side by side in order to see it. So yeah, we have that. Okay, what else have people found here? Is it any more stable? Well, we just updated, so I can't test that immediately. Oh wait, did they fix the animation? Yeah, the animation looks slightly different there. I don't know if you can tell. It like pops out a bit more at you. The app icons like launch a bit more there. Photos icon looks a little different. Oh yeah, it does. It does look slightly different. I don't know if that's just a placebo effect. Let's change the color to see if it is. Oh, these also look always auto. That looks new as well. That looks new because yeah, okay, that's interesting. Okay, there are a lot of changes already. Dark, auto, the icon for clear looks the same, and then for tinted, that looks the same as well to me. Um, for some reason, this color did not change that much. Okay, I'm gonna keep it dark. But yeah, the photos icon looks slightly different there as well. Check camera control. Okay, let's see this. Click to open camera again. Why does it always do that? I hate that so much. Okay. Camera control looks the same to me. Clean back camera, bruh, it's already kind of clean, I think. Is it? Actually, no, yeah, it's kind of dirty. Okay, it was right. It was right. Okay. Yeah, you win. You win, iOS 26. Alright. They fixed CarPlay. I can't check that because I don't have a CarPlay car. Serious note, Control Center background is brighter than it being darker. Um, is it though? Let me change the light mode. It looks kind of the same to me, actually. Actually, no, the icons do slightly change in light mode. I don't know if that's because the other icons change, the home screen icons change, but yeah, that's what that is. Check increase contrast plus reduce transparency. Oh, podcasts and music. All right, okay, let's see podcasts. Um, apparently podcasts new. What is that? What it didn't like relaunch it. Okay, but yeah, podcast. Okay, yeah, that does look slightly different there. Oh wait, sorry, I can't. Sorry, that was out of frame. Okay, but yeah, podcast does look slightly different at the bottom. I haven't gone to podcasts that much over the past few weeks, so yeah. Calendar icon changed. Uh, I think it did. Let me change to light mode to see that. Um, yeah, to me, I don't know if you can notice that the like day of the week and the number are slightly closer together. That's interesting. Um, let's see, Apple Music. Apple Music. Where's my Apple Music? There it is. I don't have an Apple Music subscription, but yeah, that's what the bottom bar there looks like. So yeah, and the radio, search. Yeah, the Apple Music I think looks slightly different. I haven't got to Apple Music that much because, well, I don't have a subscription. So yeah, video player and photos have new controls. Okay, hang on. Let me see that there. Let me find a video to play. Um, let's see. This is when we were doing fireworks on the 4th of July. um, yeah, nah, it looks the same to me. I don't see any difference. Um, I mean, maybe I might see. Wait, what the hell? Look at the threads icon. What the hell happened to that? This is the default thing. What happened to the threads icon? What happened there? That looks weird. Okay, then. Uh, any number row in the keyboard? Siri, does it look different? Well, first off, number row and keyboard. Nah, does not look. I don't know if there's even an option. Let's see if there's an option in settings. Keyboard. Nah, there's no option in settings for that. So one-handed keyboard, you have that option there. That was already there before since iOS 11. So yeah, that's not different. Let's see what people have found on Twitter. Okay, so yeah, new color options. Oh, okay. There's a new transition apparently when it changes the time. So let's see. It's about to be 12:53. So yeah, there's a new animation when it changes the minute there. That's pretty cool. Siri, why does Siri go off there? Okay. Can you check if they added other AIs? I don't think so. Let's see. Apple Intelligence. Where's Apple Intelligence? There it is. Oh, it has to reinstall Apple Intelligence. So this is probably the old Siri. Yeah, this is the old Siri for now. Yeah, it has to reinstall Apple Intelligence because I didn't have enough storage, so it removed Apple Intelligence temporarily in order to make room for it. So, yeah, this is just the old Siri for now. um, so we can't see Apple Intelligence for now because it needs to reinstall. That's good. All right, that's good here. The SE, the SE is still going. This thing, man, this thing. Well, oh, wait a minute. The home button clicks. You're not supposed to click. The home button doesn't usually work when it's updating. But I don't know if you hear that. It clicks. The home button. It's a solid state home button. Yeah, it somehow still clicks. That I've never seen that happen before. That's weird. Battery life is worse than Beta 1. That's interesting. The dock is fixed on the SE3. That's interesting. There are no new AIs. Makes sense. Okay. The dock. Okay, hang on. Take that as a warning. Yeah, what warning? Oh, yeah, the download. Rim light and control center stops when using any app. So, hang on. Let's see this. So, well, yeah, the flake, the like reflect or not reflect. I always do that. The like shimmer on the control center. Yeah, I can notice that there. Yeah, it did not work when the app was open, so that's a bug. Weather. Hang on, left dock. Now fixed. The icon's now work in the middle. Camera control does let you switch how many clicks to open in camera settings. Does that actually? And let's see, camera control. Oh yeah, yeah, single click. Um, Single click, double click. So now, yeah, this is a double click option. Wait, so when what did that? It's just opened up a black screen. It just opened up a black screen there. It's Siri. Siri, hang on, look at that. Wait, what? Siri, what does that have to do with Siri? And the SE finally finished and did launch Siri. Damn it. Okay. So yeah, the wallpaper is okay. There's the wallpaper now. But what is Siri? What is Siri doing there? Wait. So does that launch like visual intelligence with a single click? Nah. But yeah, double click. You can do that in there. But I prefer the single click. I prefer the single click there. So yeah, there's that. check when you call the icons glitch weirdly. Um, what if Nico just calls in when again at the end of the stream? I don't know, but it seems like Control Center added some blur. I think they did that in beta 2, but I'll have to see. Hang on, let me take a screenshot of this. Screenshot UI looks the same. Crop and scale. Yeah, that screenshot UI looks the same. But yeah, I'll have to see what. Don't scroll back to X and look at bottom post. Um, don't scroll, go back to. Oh, yeah, hang on. Don't scroll, go back to X, look at bottom post. Okay. I'm nervous. Okay. Well, that's a Nomad thing. Well, PSA, Apple messed up rollout of Rosetta 26 Beta 3, which is causing Apple Silicon devices to not get this beta. You'll need to fix, or Apple will need to fix server-sided issue before you can install the beta. So Intel Macs actually Intel Macs get the update before Apple Silicon, even though Intel is gonna be dropped next year. That's funny. Okay then. Okay then. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, reinstalled games on my phone. Which one is beta 3? Both of these are beta 3. Opening X with people is dangerous. Verify if they fix the phone call button glitches. I can't verify that right now. Yeah, so that's why the update won't appear on my Mac. My God, Apple being more like Microsoft. Well, yeah, it's you should not upgrade your SE. Well, the SE's already been upgraded, so sorry for that. Does dock left alignment issue work on 11? I don't know if it does. Well, I've heard if you remove an app. Oh yeah, like you could, the dock like does have there. Yeah, that's a bit weird to me. I don't know if that works. Left dock alignment on SE got fixed apparently, so let's see that. If I can remove it. Oh yeah, that works there. That's interesting. All right, so we have that. Watch Mark Gurman tweet. Okay, hey, what did Gurman say? Apple or announce a huge redesign just to throw much of it away. Apple should be allowing users to choose how much glass they want instead of reverting 75%. At least name it to frosted glass now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not. They didn't revert most of it. I mean, actually, yeah, I can notice. Yeah, they kind of. Yeah, it looks a bit more blurry now. Which I mean, like, the old one didn't look bad to me. I know some people were complaining about readability. If I turn it to clear icons, oh yeah, the clear icons are a lot more readable now to me, at least. Okay, so yeah, there's that. Well, the weather widget got very glitched there, but yeah, the clear icons look a bit more readable to me. That's interesting. How long until we could tell battery? Well, it's we just installed this, so it's gonna be kind of hard here. Which iPhone is that that you're using? It's the iPhone 16 right here, and this is the iPhone SE second gen. So, yeah. So what's new? We got new wallpaper. Well, not new wallpaper, but like a updates to the. Great job. Yep, first crash. We just witnessed it live. The first crash, live on stream. Everyone. All right. Yes, first crash. Yay. But anyway, yeah, new wallpapers. They added those. Wait, so. Bro, these things. Okay, yeah, that's from my baby, or that's from my baby, or not my baby shower, my brother's baby shower, or my his birthday. But yeah, his first crash. Okay, what is up with this? Dude? I'm trying to change my goddamn wallpaper and it's broken. Dude, what is up with this? Okay then, great. Hang on, let me see if I can. Well, actually, let's see it on the SE. Let's see if things are different on here. Okay, yeah, there we go. We can actually use it for once. Let me change the clock size because I kind of I'll have to get used to the other one. But yeah, here's the new wallpapers on the SE. Dusk, Halo, Sky, which is the current one that we've had, and Shadow. So there you go, that's that. But yeah, okay, so let me go ahead. Yeah, let's reboot this thing. Let's reboot this thing. Okay. Power off sound there. That's already been a feature in iOS since like the iPhone 14. So yeah. Anyway, let's do the Halo wallpaper on this guy. All right, so let's turn this back on. Hopefully that fixed it. There we go. All right. So iOS Vista so accurate. Yeah. What's new? Go to phone. You can't search. Okay, hang on. So first off, I'm gonna go to a phone app so I don't dox anyone. Nah, it works. It works. I can't show it because I'll dox someone. But yeah, it works still for me. So I don't know what's up with that. Okay, let's unlock it here. That's the wrong passcode. There we go. All right, so let's see if this that fixed it. Okay, there we go. Now it works. We're good. We're back. We're back. We're so back. um. All right, so it says iOS 26 instead of iPadOS. That's been a bug since iPadOS has been out. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah. So yeah, we have Shadow, Sky, Halo, and Dusk. I like Halo, so I'm gonna keep Halo for now. So yeah, there we go. Oh, it changed to a slightly darker one. I want to see if it has the same like. Oh yeah, it does. It has the same like 3D effect there. That's cool. We have that still. Check out notes. All right, so let's check out notes here. Okay. We have a upcoming script of mine. Apple September event leaked. You see my leaked script. Notes app looks the same here. Yeah, to me, but yeah, if we look at this, if we do the writing tools, oh yeah, I can't check out the writing tools because it needs to re-download. Okay, yeah, and I assume as well Siri still does not work. Yeah, still the old Siri. Yeah, Siri does not work on here for now, so that's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Markup tools still work. Yeah. The Notes app is the same, to me at least. So no more liquid glass, just frosted glass. Well, it's still somewhat liquid glass, kind of ish. Settings app crashed. Great job. This is already the most unstable beta we've done so far. Great. Let's see it with reduced transparency. I want to. Bruh. Can I just use the goddamn settings app? Dude. Yeah. Reduce transparency. Great. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Speed run. Reduce transparency. Come on. Okay, we got it. Oh god, reduce transparency. Is that what it's meant to look like? Because that looks awful now. Yeah, that looks awful. That looks so bad. Dude, people complain about the readability. Yeah, they made it more unreadable. Great job, Apple, Great job. Wow, okay. I don't know what it is. They made this thing even worse. Okay, hang on. Can I turn off reduce transparency? Because that looks bad. Reduce transparency off. Oh my god, okay, that's bad. I don't know what it is with beta 3s. This is the same thing with iOS 18 beta 3. I remember beta 3 being so much more unstable. So it's the beta 3 curse. It's the beta 3 curse. Beta 3 is more unstable now because literally we were trying to go to settings, accessibility, display and text size. If we try to go there, it crashes. Literally every damn time. Like that's the action button. Accessibility. Great stuff. Hang on, let's see on the SE. Accessibility, Display and text size. Okay. Yeah, see. Okay, maybe it's just this device here. Make it so we can donate to you via Super Chat, the Streamlabs donate thingy. If you guys want to donate to me, I don't care if you guys donate to me or not. I just if you want to, that's fine. Super Chat, you don't have to at all. Like, I prefer if you don't, really, because I feel like I don't deserve it. But yeah, if you want to, then go ahead. Man, plus YouTube takes the thing, so yeah. Yeah, you can do this with the Control Center module. Oh, yeah, the Accessibility Control Center module. Let's see if they added anything there. Name recognition, I think that's been there before. Chill, capture, codecs. Oh, that was ChatGPT thing there. Gemini. Since when did Gemini have all of these? Damn. All of these look the same, but yeah, okay, there we go. So we have accessibility shortcuts, I assume. Vision accessibility, there we go. So reduce transparency. So that's what that looks like in the control center. Damn, is that supposed to be a glitch? Because that looks bad. Hang on, let's test it on the SE. So we have, from two parties here. Clear. Light mode. Yeah, on the SE as well. So I think that's how it's meant to be. That looks bad in light mode. In dark mode it looks fine, but in light mode that looks bad. They made liquid glass. Okay, I can see what people mean by liquid ass now. Like, yeah, they made it worse. They made it worse. God damn it. I think this is the first, beta 3 that's actually worse than beta 2 now. That is crazy. Check guided access. I've had bad luck with guided access recently. I almost bricked my iPhone with guided access one day. That's not a joke. But yeah, let's see. If we want to be locked in on X. We want to be locked in on X. Oh, what did Ben Stiller say? Severance Season 3? Ben? Okay. Anyway. That's Apple Pay. That's Apple Pay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, so if we do that... Bro, that's Apple Pay, dude. Why am I trying to open up Apple Pay? Bruh, it's not working. Guide access is literally broken. Bruh, beta 3 sucks. Beta 3 sucks here. Damn. Damn, and this is on 2 devices. Okay. Release notes are out. Okay. Release notes are out. That's good. Let's see the release notes. Documentation. Where's the release notes? News. Software releases. View release notes. There we go. Yeah, they're out. Resolved issues. Bro, that's the same things from beta 1. That's the same. Known issues. That's the extent of how bad. Hang on, let me show this. This is gold. Hang on. That's the extent of how bad these bugs are. Even the release notes have issues. Look at that. Known issues, and they literally don't even say what the known issues are. Way to software, Apple. I know this is a beta, but goddamn, this is the worst beta 3 I've ever had to use here. So yeah, triple click. I already did the triple click. It's more frosted glass. Yeah, it's more frosted glass here. Please use iMessage keyboard is effed up. This shouldn't even be out for the devs. Yeah, you're right there, bruh. I wonder if the update will appear on Apple Silicon Macs. Yeah, that's a... Will Cornhub work better on this? Yeah. Does the SE have the 3D effect? That's actually a good question. On the wallpaper, at least. Whoops. Actually, no, yeah. I'm not joking. I cannot make this up. Cannot make this up. They really did this. They really had the audacity to make this. They really had the audacity to have that there. That's not a joke. Okay, anyway, Okay, the SE does have the 3D effect on the wallpaper. That's good. But they really had the audacity to do that. Yeah, okay. To be fair, that's reduced transparency, but damn. They really had the audacity to make that there. Okay, now settings works here on the 16. Bro, this is this is a mess. Okay, what about increased contrast? Increased contrast. That looks better. Actually, no, never mind. The keyboard still sucks. Bro. Okay, please tell me it stays the same. Okay, good, good, good. Please tell me. Yeah, okay. Thank God. Thank God. Because, yeah. But really, that is bad. Okay, Apple's really cooking the GPU with this. Go to iMessage, switch from light mode to dark mode. Okay, hang on. Yeah, just so I don't dox anyone. Let's go to Nico's. Let's go to my thing with Nico. My chat with Nico here. What? Hang on, do I have any of that on? Bruh. Bruh. Okay, no, never mind. They fixed it. Okay, I was. No. They didn't fix it. What? Okay, hang on. I have to show this. Look at that. What? Why? They straight up like. Okay, so like when it's up here, it looks good. When I go here, dude, they ruined it. They ruined liquid glass. And then yeah, if we do light mode, it's the same. They ruined liquid glass. They ruined it here. We saw it here first. Liquid glass is dead. Bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. This is bad. They changed it so your carrier's phone doesn't show up on the top left unless you're on the lock screen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. See, guys, I know it's a beta, but they made the beta worse. They made the beta worse, guys. They made the betas worse than beta 2. Beta 2 is better than this. But yeah, I think they should keep the look of iOS 18 and add all the new UI elements. I mean, yeah, it's yeah, again, guys, yeah, I know it's a dev beta. I understand that, but dude, they made it worse than beta 1 and beta 2. So, yeah. But yeah, they made this worse. What about the docks? Do the icons still stick to the left? Yes, they do. We checked that earlier. If I move you to music, yeah. You see that there? Yeah, they keep it the same. So, yeah. There's no home button slider. Yeah, they removed that in all the older betas. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, how's the battery life? That was a good question. It's been about an hour. Let's see this. Let's see. Last charge 25 minutes ago. And I mean, again, it's very early to decide on battery life. So yeah. If you click to done, the dock will be centered. Hang on. So if I edit the home screen, there we go. If I click done, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's weird. Okay then. That's weird. That's weird. Let the icons. Yeah, that's dude. Yeah, I just checked that there. That's interesting. That's interesting, dude. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, they ruined that as well, man. They really just this is now just iOS 18.8 now, because we have 18.6 coming out here in a few weeks. So I can't make that joke, but yeah. How about assistive touch? I've not used assistive touch in forever. Let's see that. Where that's assistive access. Where's assistive touch even? Touch. There we go. Yeah, assistive touch. That's what it looks like. Oh, yeah, that's the home. That's the home thing. Yeah, but if I do, what about show the menu? Open the menu. Assistive touch looks the same to me. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, they really messed up. They really messed it up. They really messed it up. iOS is cooked. What a time to be alive. Dude, yeah, they messed it up here. They really did. Did they change the sample wallpaper? That's a good question. Let's see that. I assume they didn't because it's a beta. But uh, again, yeah, they didn't change it. What about display zoom? They didn't change that either. Yeah. Again, guys, make sure to report this stuff in the feedback app because man, when people were complaining, they really they really took it seriously. They really took it seriously. Damn. Does the app icon lighting effect work on the SE too? Um, no, it doesn't. Yeah, um, if you tilt your phone, it does not do that. Meanwhile, on the 16 here, for me it was very glitchy on beta 2, but if you notice, if you look closely, yeah, the app icons kind of shimmer there, so that's good. Um, when is the public beta going out? Next week. Next week. But goddamn, I hope they fix this. I hope they fix this. Yeah. Check the lock screen switcher, customize. The plus buttons have beautiful reflections. So yeah, so that was the thing in beta 2, but for me it didn't work like 99% of the time. Now it does. So that's good. Yeah, now you have that. I don't know if you can notice that, but yeah, that works there. So that's good. So yeah, what's the phone on the one on the right? That's the iPhone 16. So yeah, just installed beta 3. What's new? We have new wallpapers, and we also got rid of most of Liquid Glass. God damn it! Yeah, they removed a lot of these. Yeah, it's 3 new wallpapers, bruh. It kind of looks with this wallpaper on. It kind of looks more unreadable. Like, look at that. It kind of made it a bit more unreadable. Yeah, my God. Yeah, they really messed this up there, man. They fixed app library scrolling. iPhone storage full. God damn you! I hate 128 gigs. I'm to everyone I roasted about 128 gigs. I'm sorry. 128 gigs is bad. Uh, App library scrolling seems smooth to me, so I don't know if you had any issues with that. When will beta 4? 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. They didn't fix black lines in Safari inactive tabs. Known issue. Good to know. No more liquid glass. Yeah. iPhone 11 boot up. Dock alignment issue fixed. macOS, tvOS not out yet. macOS, it's only out for Intel Macs, ironically enough, because they messed up something on on the end of Rosetta. So, yeah, it's only out on Intel Macs, ironically enough. And tvOS, they straight up didn't release that yet. So, yeah. Auto lock is grayed out on my SE. Really? Um, Nah, it works. It works here. I don't know what's up with that. How's the battery? Again, we just installed this, so yeah. It's confirmed public beta coming on July 14th. Is it confirmed? I don't want to say confirmed, but yeah, I'm gonna. Well, yeah, I think it's just next week. Next week. Just keep your public beta is not tomorrow. It's next week. So, excuse me. Yeah. Will the auto mix feature be available on Android? I don't think so. Performance test. That's a good question. Yeah, let's do that. Um, this is not. I cannot make this up. Okay, there we go. Now, that is. I did not have Beta 2 crash on me once, and this crashed on me twice on this stream. Dude, this is dude, this is what? What? Okay then. Auto lock and display settings. Well, okay. Okay, I see what you mean there. So if I go to, I thought you meant orientation lock. My bad. Nah, it still works. Still works for me. Don't know what's up with that. Um, bro, bro, I'm just trying to scroll through my home screen and it crashed, dude. Dude, yeah. You may need to clear up some storage. The restarting crashing could be due to. That's actually a good question. That's a good suggestion there. Yeah, because I don't have enough storage. That makes sense. And the health app just decided to be colored again. Okay then. Okay. Geekbench 6. Although knowing what this, bro, this is unironically the buggiest beta I've used since iOS 11. This is wow. Okay then. Again, it is a beta, but they were not kidding. I can see why this is a G build because damn. Okay, we got some good news. They changed it to 26.0. If you look back at the iOS 26 beta 2 stream, this said 8 or 19.0. So they changed the number there. So there we go. They changed that. Look at the SE control center and landscape. Okay. Let me launch an app here. LumaFusion. I've not opened up this app in forever on this phone. So let's do a Geekbench. All right, we'll do that. Okay, so I had this, and then we launch Control Center. That's what the Control Center looks like. The touch targets seem very, off there. Well, I had reduced transparency on, so maybe that's why things kind of look weird. Also, the Find My icon looks a bit different in the clear icons. So yeah, I miss liquid glass. Yeah, I miss liquid glass too. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me turn off reduced transparency. I swiped up because I'm so used to the gestures. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's the SC control center without reduced transparency and landscape. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So yeah. Okay, so we have that. Update, when you swipe right to open camera, there is no delayed animation when you when you get to the selfie switch and gallery icons. So swipe right to the camera. Okay, so I guess that's something. Yeah, for me, the camera, I've been noticing this as an issue where the camera, front facing, the flip button in the camera is very easy to press on the iPhone 16. I accidentally, when I press the camera control and I hold my phone like this, pretend this is the iPhone 16 because this is doing the thing right now. I don't have an easy grip on it, but sometimes I accidentally press the button to switch the camera. So yeah, it is laggy very much. iOS 26 FPS. That's actually good. That's a good way to put it here. So I can see what people mean by liquid ass now. This is bad. This is the worst beta I've used thus far. Again, guys, I understand that this is a beta, but this is a worse beta. This is a worse beta. Yeah, they really messed up there. Double tap the back tap feature. Let's see that there. No, I've not used that feature in years. So back tap, double tap, camera. Do that. Yeah, that still works. So yeah. If I do that there. There we go. Yeah, that still works. Not that I thought it would be removed, but yeah. So yeah, there you go. Liquid ass for real. Yes. Beta 2 was the worst. I got beta 3 now. For people who use iPhone 14, yes. For people who use the iPhone 14, is it good? Lag, yeah. It might be indexing stuff. That's probably a good point. I've had that issue with prior betas as well. But yeah, I'm going to need to clear up some space on here because this thing is crashing quite a bit. I did not have beta 2 or beta 1 or even the re-release of beta 1 crash on me once, and now beta 3 is the worst beta so far for me. So yeah. So is the glass gone? The glass is still kind of here, but it's like they nerfed it very much so. So yeah, this is unironically the worst beta I've used, which is crazy to think about here. So yeah. Well, I'd say probably the worst beta that I've ever used was basically all of the iOS 11 betas. I should I switch to Samsung? That's funny. But the worst beta I've used was iOS. I mean, that's such good timing because Apple or not Apple, Samsung is releasing new phones like on sometime this week, like Wednesday, I think. Wednesday or Thursday, I forgot exactly what day, but sometime this week, new foldables. Anyway, but yeah, the like iOS 11 betas, I ran into issues where Wi-Fi straight up would not work, and like there's issues where my device would be locked up on the it would still be working, but it would be locked up on the it would be locked up and it would not turn on for like a good solid 10 minutes. So yeah. Okay, I assume it's throttled. That's why that score is much lower than it should be. Because it should be, yeah, it should be much higher. I assume it's throttled. So, this thing is actually performing similarly on 15. Yeah. Yeah, but it's throttled. So I assume that's why it's performing much worse. Single core, though, is just above an iPhone 14 Pro. So this has basically gone down to an A16 on this thing. So yeah, this thing is throttled quite a bit from this. So yeah, and it's yeah, it's low. It's bad there as well. Fold 7 Ultra on July 9th. That's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, they really mess it up here. Customized chat backgrounds now create polls and group chats. Is it here now? I think it's always been here, and I can't test that out right now because it's I don't want to dox anyone. So yeah, has anyone tweeted at me? Just ISP test OS, I guess. But okay, Liquid Glass is very similar to what you see from Beta 2 to Beta 3. So that's Beta 2, that's Beta 3. So Control Center is one area where they didn't change it much, apparently. But everywhere else, yeah, everywhere else they changed it. So, yeah. Yeah, wallpaper bug, that looks to have been fixed. Well, voice crack. Is a public beta out yet? No. Public beta is coming out, like, next week. Next week is my guess. So, yeah. So yeah, there you go. What Max Weinbach? What have you posted? Consistent with apps, yeah, SwiftUI, Xcode, things like that. Okay. Should I stay on 2 or update? Honestly, can't believe I'm saying this. I cannot believe I'm saying this. Don't update to Beta 3. Don't update to Beta 3. If you're on Beta 2 right now, stay on Beta 2. Yeah. New reflection ringtone options. I assume it's the same as what they had in Beta 2. If I go here, reflection alt 1, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. My short on that got pretty good views, 20,000. So why should I stay in Beta 2? It's because it's very buggy in my experience, and on top of that, they messed up Liquid Glass very much so. It won't be called the Fold 7 Ultra, yeah. This guy doesn't know what to talk about. These are old. Bro, this is the iPhone 16, dude. This is the iPhone 16. Like, this is literally one of the fastest iPhones here. Yeah. This is the old device here. We can get that out of the way. This is iPhone 16, so yeah. Okay, so Beta 3 is better on the lower devices, apparently, yeah. So yeah, overall, Beta 3, Beta 3, it's, yeah, we'll have to see what happens here, but overall, this is a bad beta experience, even for a beta. Like, I have been using betas for like 8 years now, since iOS 11. Like, this is one of the worst beta experiences I've had. So yeah, this is really bad here. AI generated automations in shortcuts. Let's see this here. Automation. Automations look the same to me. Automations look the same. All these things. But if we go to just the actions, Apple has given like some like custom ones, like is Severance season 3 out? But it crashed. Great stuff there. Yeah, it crashed. Getting started with large language models, and it crashed there as well. Okay. Okay. I see why. It's still re-downloading the things, but I don't have storage space to re-download them. So how much storage do I actually have available? Because I'm kind of concerned. 298 megabytes. That is funny. That is funny how little I have left there. 298 megabytes. Man, I should have gone 256 gig. I should have gone 256. Oh my god. My comment on Zolotech regarding liquid glass or liquid ass is now redeemed. Yeah. Should we stay on beta 2? What's new? Is it a bad beta? Yes, it is a bad beta. It's removed liquid glass, well, most of the good stuff about liquid glass, and it's very buggy, at least in my experience. Now, to be fair, I only have 298 megabytes available. But yeah, 302 now. Okay. Let me restart this thing. Let's see, force restart it actually. Let's see if that will fix it. Yeah, force restarting. Let's see if this will fix some things. There we go. Okay. Battery drain. Can you show how much system cache you have in your storage? We'll have to see that after this thing turns back on. Turn on. There you go. Alright. Yeah, this is bad. So, should I stay on beta 2 for iPhone 16? Yes. 512 gigs, and it did not have a crash freeze, things like that. Okay, yeah, you should be good there. But even without those, I'd still recommend staying on beta 2 because liquid glass, unless you like this new look of liquid glass, yeah, liquid glass seems to be significantly nerfed here. So, okay, so we're back up. Let's see how much storage. It still says iPhone storage full. And that cleared to only 200 megabytes, which is basically jack shit. So, yeah, I'll have to clear up some storage later to get this thing back up and running. But, yeah, man. Wow. This is bad. I can't take screenshots in beta 2. I don't know why. I have iOS 26, iPadOS 26. I don't even know how to screenshot anymore. Yeah. Should I install Liquid Ass Beta 3 in my 16 Pro? Is Liquid Glass more or less transparent? It's less transparent. They really nerfed it here. They really messed it up here. Any comment for 16 Pro Max? This is a regular 16, so I can't test it out there. That's probably why it's very buggy. Mine is pretty stable so far. There's a bit of a bug when you're using the iOS 26 default wallpaper spatial effect thingy, but it goes away. Okay, so that's good. The glass is still liquid. Yeah, it's still liquid glass, but it's less liquid glass. So, yeah. To me, I think they should have offered the option. They should just offer people an option to switch between them and not change it for literally everyone, because man, oh man, this is bad. They really changed it up here. I hope they fix it before they finally release it. So, yeah. Can I download it on my main device, 16 Pro Max? If you're on beta 2, I'd say again, wait. What are what they doing? Can you show control center, please, and go to dark icons? It's not clear. Okay, so hang on. Let's go to the dark icons. So the dark icons, I'm gonna keep those because those actually look decent. Control center looks more or less the same. But many other elements, they just like they neutered them. They neutered them. Um, so yeah, let's see what else have people found here. Um, oh, okay. They iPad cursor gives a fun Mac inspired feature. So you can shake the cursor, I assume. You can shake the cursor and get the shake effect. Yeah, shake to find. Yep, they brought that there, so that's good. Time to go digging. Yeah, so yeah, the wallpapers. So this is Shadow, Sky, and Halo. Actually, Sky is the same, so I don't know why he didn't show that. But yeah, um, so yeah, there you go. That's and open up Canvas, which crashed. Great. Yes. Can you show the camera and Safari? So that's a good question. So click. Why does it do that? Oh my god! And I can't test out the camera because I don't have storage. Great, great. I can't test out the camera because I don't have storage space. Okay, okay. Let's see Safari. Okay, Safari looks uh the same. Thing is because this has a lot of text, so that's why it's a little bit more smaller. But yeah, Safari looks largely the same here. If we go up here, come on, can I tap the thing? Thank you. Oh no, this looks slightly different. To me at least, this looks slightly different. Okay, that looks better. That actually looks better than the other things we've seen. Yeah, the last UI. Okay, that actually looks okay. That's actually pretty good. I like that. Um, is promotion fixed? Promotion. I don't have a device with promotion, so um, can't test that out. And I think the reason why I'm lagging is because my MacBook is at 15% battery. So let's plug this guy in. Okay, we're good. All right. They have the SE 2020. Yes, this is the SE 2020, and this is 16. So yeah. Other than the clear icons, where else has liquid glass gotten worse? It's mainly like some elements in some of the apps. They look a bit less glassy. They look a bit less glassy, more frosted-y. So yeah, I think it's due to the full storage. Let me actually. I think I have an idea to fix some of our issues. Um, what if I just remove Apple Intelligence entirely? I mean, there's not much use to it anyway. So yeah. Um, you know what? Let's just delete TikTok here. I've been thinking about deleting it for a while, so let's delete that. Safari cache, web data, I'll remove that. If it'll load, god damn it. Glad here beta 3 is better on older models at least. Yeah, for older models it looks better, but for newer models like the 16, see, look at that. Okay, now actually, on here it looks slightly better. It might be because this is solid gray, but it's very hard to notice on here. But I can kind of see some glass through that, and it's still not, it's still not loading. Damn. So this is gonna take. I'm gonna need to clear up a lot of storage here because this is yeah. Okay. Pro tip: don't buy a 128 gig iPhone. Don't buy a 128 gig iPhone. Holy. Well, okay, that's why it's taking up. What is that? Reserved auto update space. So how do I remove that? That's why it's. That's why reserved auto update space. So why can I remove that, please? Bruh, how do I remove that? What? Okay, okay. Finally, we got some storage back. 114 out of 128 gigs. Okay. We finally get storage back. It removed it. Okay, so we're good. We're good. We got 128 gigs. we got it back. We got it back. All right. We got it back. So now we can hopefully it'll actually be smooth now. So yeah. And why is my MacBook on the opposite end of the spectrum? This is why macOS Sequoia sucks. Like, if you go back to my macOS Sonoma streams, this is not happening. And also, this cable, this cable is falling apart. I don't know. Damn. I mean, this cable was kind of starting to show this off here, but yeah. Okay, I've never seen that happen before. Yeah, where this part of the cable is broken off, but the rest of the cable's fine. Okay, that's great. Okay. All right. So, is battery worse? Should I stick to beta 2? Again, okay, so I now that I actually have storage, now it should be performing good. It should be performing good now. But in terms of battery life, I cannot test that yet since I have to use it prolonged. So for beta 2, I'd say for battery life from beta 2, it was a little bit better than beta 1. For beta 3, again, we cannot test that out yet. So we'll have to wait and see for that one. So yeah, I'm updating my mom's iPad. Should update to 26.3. Well, it's 26 beta 3. And also, if your mom's okay with it, then cool, but I don't recommend installing your beta unless you have a backup. So yeah. Have you gotten any crashes? Is it worth update from beta 2 any better than beta 2? So yeah, there have been crashes. There's been 3 crashes live on this stream. But again, that's because for some reason it had this reserved auto update space thing, but then it removed that. So now we actually have storage space left on here. So yeah. 9 gig update only to see new wallpapers. Yeah, new wallpapers and worse glass. Yeah, so there you go. Is it bad? Well, so far things are not promising, but hopefully it'll get better with time. It's indexing stuff. Hopefully things will get better. So yeah, my mom doesn't mind. Okay, yeah, 2 gigs per wallpaper. I love that. 2 gigs per wallpaper. That's good there. That's good. I like that. All right. Did they add some new features? They added new wallpapers. They removed some glass, and they made it so that you can select if the camera control can be accessed from a single or double click if you want. So yeah, the left one looks like an old jailbreak. Yeah, kind of does, especially combined with the SE2's old design. So yeah. Where's Tahoe beta? It's been almost 2 hours. So that's the thing. On Apple Silicon Macs, ironically enough, it's not available on Apple Silicon Macs. The reason why is because they had an issue with Rosetta, and so because of that, they straight up did not release it for Apple Silicon Macs. Intel Macs, perfectly fine. If you have an Intel Mac, you can update right now, but Apple Silicon Macs, you cannot update to beta 3. But I want to see if I can install it via the virtual machine. This might lag the stream very heavily, so be warned. You might see some lag. And if we do, then I'm not going to download it live on stream. But I'll install the IPSW file, or at least I'll see if I can install it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, install. 17 minutes, so that's not bad. But okay, hopefully things are not bad. Liquid, kind of frosted glass. Yes. Does it lag like beta 2? Kind of. Well, for us, there was a lot of lags because there's not much free space here, so yeah. So, let's see. Bro, on Tahoe, they made it so that I can't use custom live wallpapers. They locked it behind system integrity protection. Dude, that's crazy. Dude. Yeah, Tahoe is bad. I do not like macOS Tahoe. I hope they fix some stuff for that before they release it. So yeah. Where's the public beta? Next week they'll release it. So yeah. Is a new feature on the lock screen still there? I believe so. Like the wallpapers and the new 3D effect. I think that's still there. So yeah, we're good. How do you delete iOS storage? For some reason it just auto-deleted. I didn't have to do anything. But yeah, auto deleted it. So yeah, so there you go. If I buy a MacBook Air, I will not update it to Tahoe. I'll stay on Sequoia. Yeah, yeah. I do not like macOS Tahoe. Yeah, it's bad. It's honestly like, yeah, it might be more incentive to buy an M4 Mac than an M5 Mac, because if you buy an M5 Mac, then it's guaranteed to come with Tahoe, and there's no way to downgrade it back to Sequoia because you can't. You straight up can't. So, yeah. Unless you use a virtual machine, in which case you can go all the way back. On the M4 Max, you can go all the way back to 13.4 Ventura. On any other Mac, you can go back to 12.3 Monterey. So, yeah. Is liquid glass toned down? Yes, it is. Can you let the SE run some heavy stuff and measure temperature? That's a good question. Let's do the best way to test it, I think, is if we go to video, record at 4K 60, and let's let it running for like 1 minute, I guess, or like a couple minutes, and let's see what the temperature gets to. I'm gonna unplug the charger as well for that. So yeah, there you go. I think that's how it will work there. So yeah, what is Tahoe? macOS Tahoe, the new version of macOS. In the control center while playing a game, you cannot see your battery percentage. Really? That's interesting. Um, iOS 18.6 expectations. Apparently, it adds support for the upcoming AirTag 2, but confusingly, 9 to 5 Mac says that the AirTag 2 is not coming until fall, even though it technically should be supported in iOS 18.6. So I think 9 to 5 Mac is wrong. I feel like AirTag 2 is coming out sometime soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it like sometime within the next few weeks. So yeah, and if it does release in sometime in the next few weeks, just let me know that I told you so. Yeah. Can you recap what's new? So new wallpaper colors. They made it so that you can select if the camera control can be launched with a single click or a double click, and you can and there's less glass. There's less glass. So yeah, Beta 3 isn't showing up on my M1 Mac. Is it possible to downgrade if I don't have a backup, but don't require data? Well, yeah, for Mac OS, you do need a backup on the prior version of Mac OS if you're updating. So, yeah, for me, I still have a Mac OS Sonoma backup. I probably should have used that, honestly. I probably should have used that back in fall because, man, Sonoma was a lot better. I'm just seeing Mac rumors, 9 to 5 Mac. If you guys follow me on Twitter, X, you guys know how much I've been roasting 9 to 5, or excuse me, not 9 to 5 Mac. 9 to 5 Mac are great. Mac rumors. I've been roasting them a lot. So, yeah. Okay, so we got everything new in iOS 26 Beta 3 from 9 to 5 Mac. So, yeah, we got new wallpapers, liquid glass toned down, darker version as well. Yeah, this is perfect representation of it. So let me go ahead and share my screen and show you guys what this looks like. So 9 to 5 Mac right here. So yeah, the new wallpapers here in iOS. And you see this is a good representation of the liquid glass changes. So yeah, this was beta 2 right here. This is beta 3. Granted, this is dark mode right here. But if we look at it here, yeah, this is perfect representation. That's beta 2. That's beta 3. It looks so much worse. It looks so much worse. Like they really messed it up there. Yeah, that's a good representation. Who wrote this article? Zach Hall. Shout out Zach. Shout out Zach. You're great. But yeah, that's a good representation of what it looks like there. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So yeah. Control center is not as see-through anymore, sadly. Well, actually, I kind of like it how it's not see-through. So, yeah. All right. So 3 minutes are up. Let's 4K 60 recording. Yeah, I can definitely feel some heat on this thing. Um, right around here, this is where the chip is. I can feel some heat, but it's not the worst I've experienced on an SE. And now it's cooling down as we speak. So it's not bad on the SE. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. The SE looks to be running surprisingly well here. It's running better than my 16 does. So yeah, and if you run any accessibility things, it'll look the liquid glass looks very bad. So yeah, I really hope they don't pull back the original idea of liquid glass, though it looks great. They need to tweak the blur bit and contrasting effects, and they'll be fine. Yeah. Um, yeah, for me, I really like the refracting of the elements. I really like that, and so that's why I don't like a Beta 3 and how they removed most of that. And it doesn't really feel like liquid glass anymore. It just feels like frosted glass. So yeah. Why do you don't like macOS Tahoe? What's the issue? It's the fact that they removed Launchpad. Like that's my main issue. They replaced Launchpad with the app library, and I wouldn't have a problem with it so long as they allow you to customize it. They don't. You can't reorder the apps yourself. You have to use it as is, which I don't like that. I don't like that. I much prefer the Launchpad where you can customize it to the way you want and how it's full screen. I don't mind that this one's a window in macOS Tahoe, like the app library in macOS Tahoe, but it's just very it's just very jarring of a change. So yeah, I miss iOS 15. Yeah. So they advertise the main feature, liquid glass, is being removed. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they really neutered it. They messed it up. They messed it up here. It's like that yeah, it's like that SpongeBob episode where he went from being square to normal, where he was like much rounder. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like that episode. Yeah. Yeah, wish they gave us the option for Launchpad or the app option. Yeah, or at the very least, let us customize the new apps app library thing. Like, let us reorder the apps or anything like that, because right now it's not great. So, yeah, my phone is so slow. Oh my god, 14 Pro Max. Damn. Yeah, for me on the 16 here, it was running pretty slow, but after clearing up some space, it looks like it's fine. So, yeah. It only takes 1 gigabyte of my mom's iPad, and it's taking so long. Do you know why? I don't know. People are saying a lot of varying things here about this. So, yeah. So let's see what else have people found here. Let's see. Certain apps are very different. Yeah, you have the things there. Also, sorry for the lag. We're installing macOS Tahoe. We're installing macOS Tahoe Beta 3 on this IPSW file. So yeah. What is the suggested free storage? For me, it's at 13.35 gigs. However, there is the optimized storage feature in iOS 26 that allows you to just clear up some storage temporarily to install the update. And so I did that, and it removes, anytime I do that, it removes Apple Intelligence temporarily. Let's see if it's back. Nope, it's still old Siri. Okay, it still has to re-download Apple Intelligence. And now I have 5 gigs free. Man, it's really removing all my storage here. My god, this thing is bad. Man, I hate... Man, this is bad. Hey man, got 15 Pro Max, 87 battery health. That's fine. Yeah, 5:30 to 6 hours. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Why do they react to social media and fast and throw the design philosophy away? Because people are gonna complain. People don't like change, and so that's why they just listened. They caved in, and see. This reminds me, anyone here remember the iOS 15 beta cycle? And remember when they changed the Safari design? To me, I actually hated that Safari design, but I know a lot of people love that design. in the beta of iOS 15, and then they changed it to the design that you're familiar with iOS 18. And they kind of brought it back in iOS 26, but they changed it, and a lot of people were very mad that they changed it because they like the old design. But yeah, I feel what those people were feeling when they removed that. So yeah, is a small one iPhone 8, iPhone 9? No, it's an iPhone SE second gen. So yeah, so yeah. Is a bottom line disappearing a feature or a bug? It's a feature. Yeah, they did that in iOS 26 as a feature. You can still on Apple Intelligence devices, you can still double tap it to launch Siri, or type to Siri that is. But because Apple Intelligence is not downloaded on here, it's not working. So yeah, that's great. Yeah. And the stream was lagging very much. Great. Yeah. For some reason on OBS it still says not any more dropped frames than it is, but man. How do you like the new iOS out of 10? Well, it would have been like an 8 in beta 2, but now in beta 3 it's like a 6.5 now. So yeah, they really messed it up here. Do you think the tinted option is better in 18.5? Now, I think the tinted option, specifically the light tinted option in iOS 26, I think that's better than iOS 18. So, yeah. I'm not a fan of the icons in beta 3. The icons, excuse me, the icons, oh my god, excuse me. The icons look better to me in beta 3. But I don't know. The clear icons look worse. The tinted icons and the like dark mode, light mode icons, they look better. So yeah. Do not update to beta 3, please. Yeah. I have 200 gigs left of storage, so it's nice. Yeah. How do you feel iOS 26 beta 3? Do you feel Apple could do it better? Oh yeah. This feels like we started over. This feels like we started over. Like we're back to the era of beta 1, which is yeah. Yeah, this feels like we started over, and beta 1 and beta 2 were better. Like we started from scratch. It's yeah, they really changed everything up here, and yeah, I don't like it. So, yeah. The battery life again, guys, the battery life is we have to wait on that. So why 6.5? What happened? Because they removed many of the liquid glass elements. In fact, again, some new people are joining in. Let me show you what I mean here. So some people, I know some people will prefer it, but yeah. So they had the new wallpapers. The new wallpapers look nice. I have no complaints about those. But here, this is what I mean here. And the stream is lagging. My apologies. We're downloading macOS Tahoe. It's almost done, so we should be fine. But yeah, this is what I mean here. This is what it looked like in beta 2. This is what it looks like in beta 3. It's frosted now, and this does not have reduced transparency on. This is just how it is. It's instead of refracting the elements, they just frosted them now. Like they just straight up gave up, which I don't like. Yeah, sure, it's more readable, but this looks cooler. It looks much better, in my opinion. This just looks less cool. And, I don't like that. I don't like that. I prefer it how it looked like in beta 2. So, yeah. Tahoe not showing up on MacBook Air M2. It's because Apple did not release macOS Tahoe for Apple Silicon Macs because there was an issue with Rosetta. So, yeah, they straight up did not release it for Apple Silicon Macs. Intel Macs, the 4 Intel Macs that are supported by macOS Tahoe, they still get it perfectly fine. On Apple Silicon Macs, nope, you don't get it. You don't get it. So, yeah. All right, so speaking of Apple Silicon Macs, I want to see if I can install it on the virtual machine. So, yeah, we got, for those who don't know, UTM is basically, well, Apple allows you to virtualize Apple Silicon. On Apple Silicon Macs, you can virtualize macOS natively. And so I want to see if that will work on here with beta 3. So, yeah. Performance. Again, it's hard to judge that right now because we just installed it. But so far, after clearing up some storage, it looks better. So let's actually do the Geekbench result because the last one was when it was throttled. So let's do it again. This time, it feels pretty normal temperature, so we should be fine. Let's see what happens here. So yeah. Now, let's see. This is going to be risky, all right? This is going to be risky, but I'm going to see if we can run this virtual machine live on stream. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. In fact, you know what? Let me lower the amount of RAM on here so that we don't absolutely murder the stream. 4096. So this is 4 gigs of RAM on macOS Tahoe. Do not do this. But yeah, drop the phone on that black thing. This is a Surface RT, so yeah. Yeah, so windowing is more stable on iPad 8th gen. That's good. I'm very jealous of you guys who are using the iPad OS 26 beta because I really want to try it out, but I want my iPad to also be stable, so that's why I'm waiting for the final release. So, yeah. All right, this is going to be risky. This is going to be risky. I'm going to launch this VM, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys. The stream is probably going to die. The stream is probably going to be extremely laggy. So, fair warning. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay. So far, so good. Stream has not dropped any frames so far. Come on. Please don't absolutely murder the stream. Just reactivates the Apple Intelligence slider. Yeah, that's what the home bar is there for now, basically. Come on. Encoding overloaded. Yep, I knew it. 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 Okay. Is it even going to launch on the stream? Is it even going to launch? I don't even know if it's going to launch. Because even without the stream running, this thing runs it very bad. It's probably because I'm doing it on an external USB 3 drive, but still. Oh, there we go. It's loaded. It's loading. We're good. It's good. We got it. It's loading. All right. Where's the thing? There it is. Come on. Load up the thing. Load up the thing, brother. Release notes are up? Yes, release notes were up. We already looked through that. There we go. Now it's loaded up. So this is on Tahoe 26 Beta 2. So this is not Beta 3. So yeah. Anyway. The ENS Home is up. iPhone 11. What is your main device? This is iPhone 16. So yeah. All right, here we are. We got it loaded up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very secure password. All right. So here we are. macOS Tahoe Beta 2. Beta 2. I cannot stress that enough. This is Beta 2 of macOS Tahoe, not Beta 3. So, and yeah. So, can you please tell us what's new? So yeah, Liquid Glass is nerfed. New wallpapers, and you can change the camera control to do a double click now if you want to. So that's all that's changed, at least. That's what we know. Audio is cutting out? Okay. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that would happen. Let me Yeah, audio's cutting out. Sorry for that. All right. Beta 2. I cannot stress that enough. This is Beta 2. All right. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry guys for that. Sorry for that. Yeah, I knew that would suck. I knew that would suck. So that's why we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. Okay. So for some reason, the stream is very behind for me. Okay. Dude, this is like a minute behind. Holy shit. Okay. But anyway, here this Geekbench result is this actually makes more sense here. All right, so 3362, 8468. So single core is just slightly better than what it's supposed to be, but you know it's fine. Basically, that's what it's supposed to be. And then multi-core is better than what it's supposed to be. This thing is faster than an iPhone 16 Pro now, and this is the regular 16. That's fun. That's fun there. Yeah. So, yeah. That's great. iOS 26. That's one good thing about beta 3. All right, so there you go. That's that. In terms of other changes, I don't think there's much else to look through. So yeah, I think we'll probably end the stream here very soon. But yeah, overall, beta 3, we're going so far. Like at first, I kind of hated it, but now it's starting to grow on me. Now it's starting to be a little bit better. So we'll have to wait and see. Next week, public beta, and also next week is going to be the re-release of beta 3, which usually I don't cover the re-releases of the betas, but I think given the circumstances that this beta 3 set for us, I think I have to do a stream about the re-release of beta 3. So yeah, I think that's why we're doing that. So yeah, is macOS coming soon? So for Intel Macs, it's available right now. For Apple Silicon Macs, Apple messed up. They had some issue with Rosetta, and so for Apple Silicon Macs, beta 3 is not out yet. So yeah. Is this the version where FaceTime can tell you if you're talking to someone who's naked before you see them? Yeah. So I actually experienced that on a FaceTime call on beta 1, where basically it gave me like I was talking to Nico from Tower Tech Tutorials, and he was FaceTiming me. He was trying to show, he did not show anything explicit. He was just trying to show like one of his phones, and it said, this content may be sensitive. I'm like, oh, this is not anything sensitive. Yeah. So yeah, it was weird. So yeah. Any changes in performance or battery heating issues? Again, guys, we just installed this. It's gonna take some time to test it. So yeah. Anyway, should I turn beta updates off and wait for the public one? Okay. Here's something else I gotta let you guys know about. The public beta is not any more stable than the developer beta. It's the exact same build number. So if you are going to install the public beta expecting it to be more stable, do not, okay? You're just going to get the update later than everyone else, which could be an advantage because, you're getting the update after, like, let's say the developer beta has some big issue and, Apple pulls it and they don't release the public beta with that build, then that could be an advantage for the public beta. If you're doing it for that reason, that's a good reason. But if you're going into it with expectations for better stability, do not. Okay, you're just gonna waste your time, and yeah, just don't do that. If you're on the developer beta, stay there, unless you want your updates later, which could be an advantage. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So how did the number go up? It's because this thing was throttled before. This thing was throttled. So once it was unthrottled, then it goes back up to regular performance. So yeah, new photos icon looks better. Yeah, the photos icon looks good. I like the photos icon now. Yeah. All right. Overall, oh wait, hang on. We hit 3,000. I did not even notice that. We hit 3,000 subscribers. I didn't even notice that. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, 3,000 subscribers. We hit it. Thank you guys very much for that. Yeah, that I did not even notice that. I just looking off to the side here, like completely distracted. But yeah, we hit 3,000. Thank you guys very much. You guys are awesome. All right. So yeah, there you go. Is it worth upgrading from iOS 26 beta 2 to beta 3? For this one, I recommend waiting until we see it get more stable, because for right now, beta 3 seems a bit of a mixed bag in my experience. But it might be better for you, and in that case, go ahead. So yeah. Anyway, so let me go ahead and show one last. Let me go ahead and show one last show of the new features. Did 95 Mac update this article? Let me see. What's new in iOS 26 Beta 3? Yeah, so new wallpapers. Liquid glass is less liquidy and more frosty, so it's frosted glass now. Those goons. I don't even use that word often, but yeah. And yeah, here you go. That's another example of it. So yeah, overall, oh my god, 95 Mac, the ads. Yeah. Anyway, so overall, that's what Beta 3 is all about. And yeah. Yeah, I subscribed before 3K. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, congrats, bro. Thank you very much. Did new Siri work now on your 16? Still no. This is the longest I've had to wait for it, by the way. Yeah. How much storage? 9.64 gigs. But dude, it's still not fully downloaded yet. My god. Yeah. It's still not fully downloaded yet. This thing is weird. Okay. One last question. Would you recommend iOS 18.6 or iOS 26.0? If you want something a bit more stable, then honestly, I don't even recommend doing 18.6 because there's basically no new changes. And if you want something to look into the future with, go ahead and install 26. But again, before you install any beta, have a backup of your data before installing the beta. I did not intend for that to rhyme. It just happened that way. So yeah. So the liquid just froze. Yeah. They just froze. They just freeze the liquid. They should call it frosty glass. Notice something in iPadOS 26. Spread 3 windows when you use windowing. Swipe up, exit, a new app. App window stays on the side. That's good. They removed the time remaining to 100% on lock screen. It's supposed to be 80%. It tells you when it'll go up to 80%. But they shouldn't have removed that. If they did, that would be bad. Let me test it out here. Plug in USB-C charger. There it is. There's a USB-C cable. And let's see. So if I lock it, plug it in. It should say eventually up at the top. This thing is under 80%. So yep, there you go. 24 minutes to 80%. So that's still there. So yeah. Anyway. Oh wait, hang on. That's a new change. Hang on. That's hard to see there. Hang on. It's gonna be very hard for me to show this. Okay. It's very hard to show, but the Face ID thing there, it turns green instead of blue. So hang on, let me try to do it. Damn it. Okay, it's hard to show this here. Hang on. Yeah, right there, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. The Face ID thing is green now. The Face ID face, I guess. That's desperation there. Desperately looking for changes. Okay then. Yes. Show us what the liquid glass looks like without dark mode and with the clear icons. So we tested this out earlier, and it looks bad. I'm just going to tell you right now, it looks bad. If we go to clear, if we go to light, okay, now it looks better. It looks better now. I think it took some time to index or whatever. But in the keyboard, okay, the keyboard looks better now as well. Okay, they fixed it, okay? But I hear, since this is, I don't know what's up with this guy here, but yeah, the keyboard does not look good on this guy. And this is not even with reduced transparency on. This is with reduced transparency off. It's just the clear icons is making it look like that. That's another bug. Look at that. Default, dark, both the same icons. Yeah, okay, now if I change it always, now it looks good. Okay, so I want to see... Okay, so they fixed the keyboard on the SE. If you remember in Beta 1, the keyboard was the keys on the keyboard were very, very close to the edge or the corner on the SE. Now they fixed that. So they fixed that. That's good. Um, so yeah. Yeah, but I think that they probably fixed that in beta 2 as well. I probably didn't see that. So yeah, I'm very disappointed they're making everything frosted again. It looks awful. They ruined it. They should, just because a couple of idiots complained, they should make everything beta 1 ASAP. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you very much. So yeah. So yeah. All right, there you go. That's iOS 26 beta 3. Something's good, something's less good. Actually, hang on. What about the app icons? The app icons still look a little liquid glassy. Like, look at the Apple News icon. That still looks liquid glassy. So the icons, okay, so I think it just took some time to index. The icons are not bad. The clear icons, they're not bad. All right, so it just took some time to get used to. I jumped the gun on that. I apologize. I think now beta 3 is in a good spot now. All right, I can end the stream confidently saying if you're on beta 2, you can update to beta 3. Just note that liquid glass kind of got nerfed. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Can you get 18.6 after installing 26? No, you can't. Yeah. How was the performance? Performance seemed solid, at least. So yeah, how's people would have got used to liquid glass like in beta 1. Exactly. That's why they shouldn't have changed it. Like, yeah, I think beta 2 was the perfect middle ground there. Like, beta 3 is straying away too much from it. Beta 1 leaned into it too much. Beta 2 is the perfect middle ground there. So I hope we get a perfect even middle ground with beta 3.5 next week or beta 4. So yeah. I think they jumped the gun on everything. Yes, I do apologize. I do apologize. I jumped the gun on ranting about beta 3. Uh, yeah, I do apologize about that. But I think I could end the stream with saying confidently, if you're on beta 2, update to beta 3. Okay? It's just note, liquid glass kind of got nerfed. So, and I don't like that. But hopefully they fix it with beta 4. Submit your stuff in the feedback app, guys, okay? That Apple listens to feedback. Like, literally, this is evidence here that they listen to the feedback a bit too much. So, yeah, just submit your feedback. Go ahead. Like, yeah, submit your feedback. Apple listens, so go ahead. Do that stuff. Yeah, you should be good. You should do a live follow-up in a few days. So, again, here's the thing. Next week, the public beta is going to come out. And so, alongside that, we should get a re-release of Beta 3 that's the same build as the public beta. And when that happens, I am going to do another live stream. So, yeah, I don't usually do live streams for the re-releases, but since this one has much higher bar, then yeah, this one I'm gonna do a stream for that. So yeah. Why is there Apple Intelligence logo up there? It's the reduce interruptions focus. Yeah, basically this allows notifications that it thinks are important to break through do not disturb. So it's like, hey, someone's dying, and then yeah, it'll break through that. It'll break through it. So yeah, yeah. I also suspect it depends on which phone you have. Different phones seem to look different. Yeah, potentially. But yeah, overall, Beta 3 has been a. Yeah, overall, I feel like this has been a roller coaster of emotions on the live stream. Like, I started hating Beta 3. Well, actually, no, I started liking it, but then I hated it, but then I started liking it again. So, yeah, overall, I think we can end on a good note saying go ahead, update to Beta 3 if you're on Beta 2. Just note they kind of messed up liquid glass. So, yeah. So yeah, all right, there you go. What are new features of Beta 3? So again, liquid glass got nerfed, and they added new wallpaper colors to the wallpaper. So yeah, that's what that is. So macOS 26 hot Mac, yeah. So yeah, there you go. All right, I think I'm gonna end the stream, guys. Any last minute things there's a bit of a delay in the stream caused by me trying to launch UTM, so I'll have to wait for the chat to come up here. But yeah, any last minute requests before I end the stream? Okay, hang on. Alright, so I'm getting caught up here. Let's see if anyone says some last minute things, and if it's good enough for me to talk about here. Again, battery life, guys. Battery life is, we'll have to wait. The phone hot a little bit, but I did run a Geekbench earlier, so that's probably why. And here, this thing is cold. This thing is cold. This thing is perfectly fine. Yeah. Beta runs surprisingly good on 12 mini. Public beta when? Next week. Next week. Keep your eyes peeled. And a re-release of beta 3 should also be coming next week. So when that re-release comes out, I'll do a stream about that. So yeah. On my iPhone 12, when I try to search home, exit your app drawer, there's a transition bug. Interesting. I liked 240th liker and subbed for 3K subs. Thank you very much. All right, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. All of the, how many views the stream got? All of the 13,553 views the stream got. Thank you guys very much. And what did we peak at? 750 people, I believe, is the peak. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for. It said Tech Out looks like he crashed out there. Gotta love idiots asking about battery life, like you just installed it. Same stupid comments from my stream. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of used to it. I've been doing these streams. This is my 5th year going with. I started with iOS 14, and so yeah, this is I've gotten kind of used to it. So yeah, all right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys potentially later this week for some sort of video. I have a couple of videos in mind. Like I have iPhone 17 video in mind, iPhone Ultra, the iPhone 18 Ultra. I've been working on that for a little bit. iPhone 20, iOS 26 running on this guy, which has gotten better. On this guy, the iPhone SE2, is running a bit better on here. So yeah, we have that. Next week is going to be the re-release of Beta 3, so I'll do a stream for that, along with me installing the public beta of macOS Tahoe. I'll install that, not on stream, but like on a separate video. And on top of that, I'll, I don't know what else I'll do, but yeah, I have a couple brand deals coming up, so yeah, I'll do some of that. And I think that's it. So yeah. A lot to look forward to. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye-bye.